So, hi, my name is Emily, and I'm Vietnamese. My husband, his name is Jeremy, and he's a Maltese. My husband, he's a professional chef, and he's been cooking for 14 years. And I'm just a web designer. And together we decided to start a food truck named Banh Mi. We have the Vietnamese and Asian food on our truck. It started in 2015 when the first time Jeremy went to Vietnam to meet my parents and visit the country. He fell in love with the food, basically. The first thing he tried was the Vietnamese baguette. It's called Banh Mi, which is the reason why we chose that name for our food truck. And he really loved the flavor, the taste and everything, and he decided he wanted to bring this one to Malta. In fact, at that point, there was no Vietnamese restaurant or food truck in Malta. And we know that we have something good, something new, and something interesting. So we decided to bring the Vietnamese food to Malta. And then the idea was boiling for a while. Then we found the van. We decided, okay, let's go for it and let's have a food truck. We bring Vietnamese food here. We use his favorite food when the first time he tried in Vietnam, Banh Mi, to choose a name, and that's how it all started. It is. The van is a part of our brand now, and we decided to adapt it into to our brand. And so far it works really well together. The van has a vintage feel about it. And what we serve is Vietnamese food, which is a combination of Chinese and French cuisine. So in a way, it works really well together. We serve homemade, authentic food. The van is rustic. The van is remind you of the old days when the people were still cooking food from home and everything is homemade. And so far, it works really well together. So Vietnamese food, because we are right next to China, we are neighboring country. China, Vietnam is here. So we have a lot of influence from China in our cooking. And then when the French came to Vietnam, they brought over a lot of new ingredients. For example, cows, they brought it over. We didn't have cows before the French colony. And with the cows, they bring the milk, they bring everything else with them. And the Vietnamese, we like food, we love food. And we love to combine things together. That's why you will see things in Vietnam that is very Western, but have an Asian twist in there. For example, the banh mi. Not many people knows that in Asia we eat bread or baguette, but in Vietnam we do. So we take the French baguette. We have our own influence of fillings in there, a bit of Chinese influence, and our balance of flavor in there. And we combine it and become something incredible, I think. So our main communication channel between us and our clients are Facebook, and we post everything on our Facebook. We have our locations, our specials, and our updates and on Facebook. For example, every week we change our location, so we will update our customers that week we stay in that spot, and then we change the specials every day. So every day we will post the special twice, in the afternoon and in the morning, reminding people that we have the special for that day. And then our customers are our followers, so they just see the post what we have special that day, and they can pre-order or call us to book their lunch. Also, when we have a lot of customers, when they actually follow our Facebook a lot, so when they just wait for us to come back to the area, and they will let other colleagues, their co-workers, know that we are there that day, and they kind of let everyone know that we can order that lunch or that week from us. We always go to the locations that our clients are. We always follow our clients. So if we have requested from customers to go to a certain spot, then we will scout it. We decide if a lot of our clients is over there, is it suitable for us? Is it fit with our customers? Then we try, give it a try, and then we see. We try a couple of things since we started. We try to have fixed location. We have to try to move around, but I think so far today, until now, this is what worked best for us. We stay 1 week in one spot and we move to another spot next week. About a fixed spot, at the moment we move around, like I said, but we open for opportunities. If there's something, we keep it open-minded. If there's something comes up and we think is suitable, and again, if it's good for our clients, then we consider it. So in the business, we both share some tasks, and then we have separate tasks as well. For example, I would take care more about the marketing and the social media and the paperwork of the business. And Jeremy, he takes care of the suppliers, the maintenance, the basic of the business. And then we work together, and then we have something that we will share as well. For example, in cooking, I will do some of the items on myself because it's particular Vietnamese and it's my home recipe. And then Jeremy, he will have his own part as well when he put 14 years of cooking experience in the work. Regarding suppliers, for us in particular, is a tricky case because when we cook Vietnamese food, we require, or any ethnic food in reality, you will need some ingredients that you don't have in Malta. So what we do is we try to find what we can replace. If we can't find it, we bring them back from Vietnam and we grow them here. For example, we have the special pho, the Vietnamese noodle soup, and we cannot find a special herb they use in there in Malta. So we brought the seed back to Malta and we grow them ourselves. And but then majority of our ingredients we have suppliers here in Malta, and especially with vegetables and green stuff, we try to support the local suppliers. So we have the local farmers giving us their crops and stuff, and then we work together with different suppliers. We work like that. So for us, when we started, we have a very rough business plan. So because we believe in adapting and changing for whatever happens on the road, especially when you are small, when you are a startup, because we don't really know what's exactly going to happen. So we keep being flexible and we can change our plan and not have a fixed plan for that reason. And for us, for example, there are things that we didn't expect to happen in the beginning of our business, but it did happen anyway. On the first week of when we opened, we didn't expect to have many people coming, and it ended up being very busy for us. So we have to get everything extra, and we end up using everything that we have in stock for that week, and we have to reorder everything. We have to order everything extra for that week. So it's a good surprise. So for us, we have some money saved up in the beginning, and then our parents helped us out a bit in the beginning, and luckily we managed to pay them back quickly. But the thing with our startup is when you have a small fund, you have to think very strategically where to spend the money and how to get the most out of what you can have. So it's a learning experience for us as well, how to start something from very small funding, very small amount of budget, and we managed to make it work. So I think for us is the very beginning step that we did was we did some market research. We asked people in Malta, what do you think about a Vietnamese food truck in Malta? Would somebody who interested in the cuisine? We get positive feedback. And then we we decided to go for it. We built our marketing based on what people feedback are. And we also collect people, for example, they say that they travel to Vietnam and they like this item, they like this food, and we try to bring it to Malta because we know that there are people who really like the food. So I think that's what a startup that we have to think about. If you have to find out what kind of items or what kind of product that you are producing and you're bringing that your customer actually like, that you already have a customer there, you don't have to create a new segment for that. And I think that helps a lot with our marketing because then we know what they like and we just cater the marketing plan according to them. So food and catering in general is a very personalized thing. Everyone has their own favorite, everyone has their own way of liking how the food is going to be. So for us, we try to cater for everyone. We try to have a bit of everything in our menu. We have for vegan, for vegetarian, for gluten-free or for lactose-free people, and even for meat lover. So we try our best to including all of them in our menu, even though our menu can be too big because we just a van, so we have to put the size according to what we can cater. But sometimes we still have some requests that we can't accommodate. For example, if people come and they would ask for, I don't know, a burger or something, which is not what our van is about, then I think that's when we have to realize that there's a point that you have to realize that they are not your client. Your client wants something else, and you focus on what your client wants. Because otherwise you just spread yourself too thin, and you can't cope up with the business.